It's New Year's Eve over here in Illinois, and we had a brutal cold spell when the polar vortex got well below zero for a longer period of time. But the nice thing that I like to do is on a milder day, which today is milder. It's in the upper 30s. It was actually a little warmer a couple days ago, but still not terribly bad. But it's actually nice to come out and check on what's going on with the beehives at this point in time, because one, hey, it's good to know if there's still life going on. For those who, if you've followed me for a while, know what I'm talking about, that bees are still supposed to live through the winter. For those who may not know, that what happens is that in the fall or late fall, when the nectar flow stops and things get cold, the bees huddle up and cluster. They vibrate to generate heat so they can stay alive all winter, and they will be eating through the honey that they harvested all summer, fall. And so I look through the hives to see what's going on, and having not opened anything yet, one initially good sign is when you see actually dead bees around the entrance, or if it was snow outside, sometimes dead bees in the snow. Because why are dead bees a good sign? Well, they're definitely old bees that are just regularly dying off just from old age. But when they're dead in the hives, then the living bees will move them out and get rid of them. So it's already an initially good sign of life that if you see a few dead bees around the front entrance, somebody is cleaning them out. And so I think there's a good thing going on here. I'm seeing several bodies out there, and I'm going to actually open up the front end and clean them out, and just so that they have even more there. And look at this. Here's a living bee right there, that colony. You know what they do? If it's nice enough out there, even though this is not weather they can survive in for a long period of time, they do go outside to go to the bathroom. Cleansing flights are things that they do because they do not poop inside their hives as much as they can help it, and so they'll go out and do their business and go in when it's reasonably nice out there, just to not accumulate. And they could definitely get sick if they hold it too long, if we have too long of a cold spell. But yeah, so there's one already just camping out a little bit. Let's take a look inside one of these hives. Funny part is, again, hopefully this is from these bees. You see all these brown yellow spots on the top? That's all bee poop. So obviously somebody's been taking a cleansing flight. I already checked this hive. They're alive. So this is either a sign of this hive being alive, or maybe the neighbors having something going on. But what I do is I take the outer cover. There we go. There's a bee. We're good. 2 for 2 so far. And if I take this thing off, look at that, guys. There they are. Now, this could be, may or may not be a good thing. What is all this stuff on the top? This is sugar I put on top of newspaper. This is called the mountain method. Some people will put candy boards where they take sugar and just make a recipe with just enough water to make it a solid block for them to eat on. I just put a newspaper with a pile of sugar on top as reserve food. Now, this is essentially additional food on top of honey. And it's something that it definitely would be a lifeline if they go through all their honey. And it can be a bad sign in winter that they're already eating off the top. That could mean that they're already through a big supply of honey. But I'm looking at the sides and I still see unopened comb just peeking through the sides there. So sometimes some bees just like the taste of the sugar more than their own honey. I'm probably going to add a little bit more just to add insurance to this. Again, there's a pretty good amount of sugar left, but I want them to have enough for the winter. And as what you can see is I had the newspaper not going all the way out to the edges because you need good circulation. The two things that will keep bees from making it through the winter at this point are either starvation, running out of food, or moisture. And as you can see, this paper is wet. This is not normal. Because of the heat that they generate, they actually generates moisture, and you need little ventilation slots to let air in and out from the hive so that it doesn't build up too much. Plus, if I put newspaper on top, there has to be some circulation around the sides, otherwise it builds up and they die of moisture accumulation, which anybody trying to stay warm when you're soaking wet can understand. But yeah, this is an example of what I'd like to see. Maybe not the happiest to see the bees on here, but I'm just gonna keep piling the sugar, and about once a month I'm gonna peek on a mild day just to see what is happening inside there.